Justice for Rasheem Carter.
From the chanting,
Justice for Rasheem Carter.
to these signs,
Justice for Rasheem Carter.
it's clear that family members and friends want someone to be held accountable for the death of 25-year-old Rasheem Carter.
This was not a natural death. This represents a young man who was killed.
Well-known civil rights attorney Ben Crump gives the gruesome details on how the Jefferson County man was found.
His head was severed from his body. His vertebrae, his spinal cord, was in another spot they discovered away from his severed head. They have recently found remains that they believe are also Rasheem Carter.
Today's video is about an update on the story that we did a couple of months back about Rasheem Carter. This right here is Rasheem Carter. Okay, so he was from Mississippi, and pretty much the video that we did about Rasheem Carter was actually this channel's biggest viewed video. At the time of recording, it was like 7,000 views or something like that. I don't know. But anyway, so pretty much his last text message to his mom was that 3 white men in a pickup truck were chasing him, and then next thing you know, he ends up dead. At the time of the recording of that video, it wasn't really a lot of details in the manner of his body pretty much being discovered, but as of 2 days ago from me recording this video, it's kind of shocking, man. So look, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell so it keeps you up to date, so we can do stories like this, man, so you could just be the first ones to see them. So look, Rasheem Carter, a Mississippi black man who went missing last October after claiming he was being targeted by white men in his community shortly after recording to a newly released autopsy, and his family is asking for a federal probe into his death. Okay, so look, his body was dismembered. Okay, now we gonna get a little bit more into it and really get into the details, but from what I'm hearing, you know what I'm saying, and we reacting to this together right here right now, but from what I'm hearing, that his pretty much his whole dental was gone. Like they stripped him of his teeth, they cut his head off, and you know what I'm saying, like it's kind of graphic, but let's just get back into it. Carter was reported missing 2 days after his last known sighting in Laurel, Mississippi, last October, and days after telling his mother and the police about being targeted by white men in the community. Around a month later, on November 2nd, the 25-year-old's remains were found in a wooded area in South Taylorsville. Okay, so boom. Back when we first did the story, they didn't really say too much about how this man's body was found. They just said that he was, his remains was found, but they didn't get into detail. And that kind of makes me wonder, why didn't they say this when it first happened? Is it like a crazy investigation and they're just trying to, I guess, not let the suspects know that they're on them? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know why they wouldn't say that from the jump. And the mom she's pretty much trying to get to the bottom of it. I don't know. Let me not get too deep into it, but if you ask me, I would have let it out. But it could be a reason for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Let's just get back into it. One thing is for certain. This was not a natural killing. This was not a natural death. This represents a young man who was killed, attorney Benjamin Crump said during a press conference on Monday, releasing the findings of an autopsy report by the Mississippi State Medical Examiner's Office. Okay, the report states that the conditions of the remains at the time of the autopsy make it difficult to determine the exact timing of the injuries. So it also states that there were signs of animal activity on the remains, clouding the picture. So from the time that he was out there and from the time that they found him in Mississippi, it's animals was getting to his corpse. Okay, but it doesn't take away the fact that he was murdered. Okay, an animal's not ripping somebody's head off. Okay, it's a fucked up situation. All right, the medical examiner ruled that the cause and the manner of his death are both undetermined in a report. Benjamin Crump, in collaboration with his co-counsel Carlos Moore, is calling for the U.S. Department of Justice to open a federal investigation into Carter's death. Carter's head was cut from his body, with his spinal cord recovered in an area separate from his head, according to Benjamin Crump. They have recently found the remains that they believe are also Rasheem Carter's at another part where he went missing. And what this tells investigators and us, that this was an evil act. You can't get no more evil than this. It's one thing to kill somebody, okay? And it happens, right? It happens. People die every single day. It's one thing to kill somebody, but when you're looking at this situation, not only did you kill this man, but you straight up disrespected his corpse, okay? To the utmost. You can't, it don't get no more evil than this, man. Like, it really don't. You know what I'm saying? So something got to be done. Something has to be done. You get what I'm saying? Somebody murdered Rasheem Carter, and we cannot let them get away with this, Crump said. According to a statement by the Mississippi Bureau of Investigation sent to ABC News, the Mississippi Bureau of Investigation is assisting in the investigation of Carter's death. Since it is an open investigation, they do not wish to comment further, and any further information and updates should come from the lead agency, Smith County Sheriff's Department. The Smith County Sheriff's Office did not immediately respond to ABC News' request for a statement. The Smith County Sheriff's Office had no reason to believe foul play was involved when they first found Carter last year, according to a statement released on Facebook a day after he was found. Why the fuck not? You get what I'm saying? Because when they found his body, they knew what had happened. We didn't. Us as the public, we didn't. We're finding out now. So what do you mean? It's just, I don't know, man. Like, I don't know what to say about this one, man. This man was murdered. The department's initial press release caused a small peaceful protest throughout the community, with members skeptical of no foul play being involved. Clearly, Rasheem's death was not a natural death, said Ricky McDonald, president of the Jefferson County NAACP chapter. How can it not be foul play? Like, how is this not foul play when his body was dismembered? Okay, I'm not about to keep going back into the story. How is this not foul play? Days before he was reported missing, Carter discussed with his mother his concerns for his safety in a detailed text message between the two. After specifying a name in the text message who Carter felt threatened by, he continued in the message that if anything happens, he's responsible for it, referring to the name that he gave his mom. He got these guys wanting to kill me, according to the text messages to his mother read during a press conference. So these is words from his mother. She said, "My son told me that it was 3 truckloads of white guys trying to kill him. And at the time that he told me, as a mother, you know I had to think fast. So I told him go to the police station because I felt in my heart that they would serve and protect him like they are obligated to do so," she said. Carter visited the Taylorsville Police Department on 2 separate occasions leading up to his disappearance, according to the chief of Laurel Police Department, Tommy Cox, whose department filed the initial missing persons report after the family came to them for help. The Taylorsville Police Department did not immediately respond to ABC News for comment. "This doesn't seem like an act of just one individual," Benjamin Crump said during a press conference. "It kind of lines up with what Tiffany said. There was a lynch mob of 3 trucks chasing her son before he went missing." And that's what we got pretty much for this update. Now, I don't know where the hell I heard what they said about his teeth being taken from his mouth. Let's see if we can see that real quick. I didn't see that in that story, so we're not going to go with that. But it don't take away the fact that his body was dismembered. It don't take away the fact that he was murdered. I'm gonna post some of these videos and photos for you again, because we have like I said, we did cover this story a couple of months back. Like months ago, we covered this story, right? We covered what they had. The story got spread on this platform. It was spread pretty well, but you know, now we got photos of this man in the woods, you know, with no shirt on. From the photo, I can't tell if he has shoes on or anything like that, but what is he doing in the woods? You get what I'm saying? Like, what is he doing in the woods right here in this photo? Looks like he's running. You understand what I'm saying? He was alive in this photo. Whoever gave you this photo, you gotta trace it back, man. That's pretty much what we gonna go from and see what the hell's going on. I'm gonna continue to look into and see if anything happened with this man's teeth, but that's pretty much what I'm hearing. I don't know. Look, either way, long story short, man, we're going to have to really find out what the black community is gonna do about this one. Now, I seen they did a peaceful protest in the beginning, and I'm thinking they did that when there wasn't that much information out about the manner of his death. Okay, but now that the manner is out, let me change my camera. It was trying to I had to turn the autofocus off. Now that the manner of his death is out, we're going to have to see what the black community is going to do about this one, man, because he was struggling for his life. Can you imagine, you know what I'm saying, you texting your loved one, you texting your mom or whoever, you know, you close to in your family, you're letting them know ahead of time that, hey, my life is in danger. I need help. They tell you to go to the police office. You go to the sheriff's office. You don't get the help you want. If you go back and watch the first video that we did about this situation, he was in a grocery store. He claims he was in, his mom said that he was in a grocery store and he heard one of the clerks say, yeah, he's in here. Who the hell was that clerk talking to? When the police did the investigation, they came back and said that wasn't the case, but I don't believe that, man. I think that did happen. I think that he was chased by 3 white men. This is a mob. Okay, this happened. This really happened. So, you know, so then from there, boom, you're being chased. What do you think would go through your mind if you were going through a situation like that? Like, leave that in the comments. Let me know what you would do. No, he wasn't armed. And this is why I try to tell people, hey man, make sure you carry, man. You gotta carry, because shit like this happens, man. This is not a laughing matter. This is not a funny matter. This should be talked about more. I see people talking about motherships coming from, you know, the Pentagon is releasing shit about motherships coming. Man, all that stuff is a distraction. Right now, our people are going through hell on this planet, man. They're going through hell, and this should not be something that's swept under the rug. This is a public service announcement. Rasheem Carter was murdered, and his head was cut off of his body. Okay? Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe, man. I'm out.
Oh, you're still here? Well, since you're still here, I want to give you guys a special thanks for supporting the channel and to let you know that we appreciate you, because without you, we wouldn't have made it this far. I also want to remind you to like, comment, and subscribe. And when you subscribe, hit that notification bell, because it really helps us stay within the algorithm for YouTube. And don't forget to check out our Instagram page. Our Instagram page is used for when story updates come and we don't have to make a long video about it. You can just stay up to date on certain stories. From there, you can stay up to date on what we do and news that we cover and posts that we make. If you like the hoodies that I'm wearing, you can go to our website and purchase them. We got all sizes up to 3XL, and we got plenty of colors for females and males. If you have a story that you want us to cover, go ahead and email us at visibletruthmedia@gmail.com, or you can DM us on Instagram and we'll jump right on it. It's time to speak for those who can't speak for themselves. Peace.